Hi there. Well, let me ask you a question because I'm curious. How many programs, how many online programs, how many coachings have you already had? And all in the field of personal development, improving yourself, breaking through barriers, ending your struggle, becoming more passionate. I mean, be honest. One program, 2, 3, 4, 10. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how many. I'm just trying to make a point here, because I know there's a lot of women, myself included, who constantly think that there is something wrong with them, and because of that, they look for all those different ways of overcoming that, right? Of improving, of breaking through the barriers, of ending the struggle and stuff like that. And then there comes a second point, and I was really guilty in a way of that, because I beat myself up when I didn't live up to my expectation, and when I fell back into my old patterns, which happens. So it was a real endless struggle. The more I was trying to improve and get over that stuff, and I didn't, and I kind of missed the mark a little bit. There was another reason for me to really get down on me, and that really made things worse. So, and then I kept looking even more for ways to improve. So I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with you, really. And you know, there's a story to that. A couple years ago, I went to Arizona. It's a favorite place of mine. People who know me, they know it. And I met this guy, and we had a really good time. And I want to spare you the details, okay? But there was something, like he expected me to perform a certain way, and I didn't. And I didn't do it the way he wanted it. And he gets sort of angry, and he told me I was sending out mixed signals, which, according to myself, I didn't. But at the end of the day, before I left, he said, "There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. That's not normal. You got to fix yourself. You got to overcome that stuff. And if you don't, you're going to end up in big trouble." And I really took it to heart. I have to say, it hurt me. And I was wondering, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Because I had a few people in the past telling me the very same thing. But then when I sat in the plane, there came this thought. And it came out of the blue. And it said, "There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's because he cannot cope with the way you are. It's easy for him to say there's something wrong with you. And if you believe that, then there is something wrong with you." You see where I'm going with that? Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with you. So I just want to really encourage you, and really, this is really straight from my heart to yours. Don't beat yourself up for not being perfect. Nobody expects you to be perfect. But you know what we expect from you? You got to be yourself. But you can only be yourself when you're making peace with yourself, and even with the parts that are not so perfect. You know what? That's just nature. Nobody's perfect. And if there was, do you want to spend time with a perfect person? Come on, nobody wants that. Make peace with yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just right. And when you stop beating yourself up for not performing perfectly, for not being that perfect image, you know what? That takes so much pressure off of you. When I said to myself, "There's nothing wrong with me," it was like such a big relief. And it's still lasting. It's a different feeling. It's like, yeah, no, I'm okay, I'm all right. Which doesn't mean that I don't want to improve, but it's a different motivation. You know, it comes from the inside. Whereas the other stuff comes from the outside, because you think you have to expect other people's expectations. And as we know, those expectations become our expectations. So cut that out. Just stop it, okay? And you will see that with taking the pressure off, there's going to be people coming into your life. They're going to say, wow, I really like the way you are. I like that different attitude you have. I like that there's something about you I really like. And it may not be normal, but there's nothing wrong with you. Please take that to heart and run with it.